This just hasn't been a very good week for Rick Santorum. He only had one Iowan voter stop in to hear his presidential stump speech kicking off the Iowa pre-caucus phase of the 2016 election cycle. Now, after showing up at the diner and talking to his potential voter, he realized that his turnout, he said, you know, he might as well just order lunch. He spoke with this woman one-on-one who turned up to hear his policy ideas and what differentiates him from other GOP contenders heading to Iowa themselves. Now, this report, he discussed with this lady reportedly his marriage ideas, his thoughts on family, conservative values. You know, after that 10-minute conversation with Rick Santorum, she walked away saying she didn't know if she would actually vote for him. You know, it has to have been the worst week possible for him, Jose. Poor Rick Santorum, he's been trying to get people to actually care that he's running for president. Looks like he got one voter. This lady, her name was Peggy. He's being ripped apart by Politico right now, saying he might as well just drop out and save face. I'm with them. You know, I kind of feel for the guy. Nobody seems to care about his rhetoric anymore.
I think this is a consequence of like this very crowded Republican landscape for the presidential election. It seems like every week there's a new candidate from the Republican Party that actually comes out and jumps into the bandwagon. It's surprising, though, that it's Iowa, and not too long ago he was celebrating a very close call of just 34 votes to win that same district.
Right. Well, we're talking about somebody who won the Iowa caucus in 2012. He went to all 99 counties in Iowa. It was an Iowan favorite. And to see such a radical shift where he has one person come out to actually hear him speak, that is astounding to me. And I'm attributing this to every gaffe that he's made over the past 2 years. He gets in front of the media and he says the most, you know, buffoonery. The buffoonery is off the charts with him. I was trying to think of, you know, quotes that he'd made this year alone. He actually said that Jerry Sandusky should receive the Adoption of the Year award prior to his pedophilic scandal. He's criticized marriage, and yet he's had a divorce, you know, pending with 7 kids. He comes out swinging against women in the porn industry, making really chauvinistic remarks, but really not having a lot of substance to him. And I think that finally, all of this rhetoric, it's coming to bite him in the butt. We're seeing this, you know, case in point, Iowan favorite. Now he can't muster a single person to hear him talk.
And it's a very small city. That's the worst part. But I think also there's an element of shifting demographics. We're seeing that even the younger Republicans do not respond to this message from the old guard. We are seeing new senators, Republican senators with more progressive ideas. I just read recently that Republicans favor legalization of marijuana like no time before. So I think that stance really leaning to the right is not going to work with the younger voters that are more and more creating the base of the electorate.
Well, he's a fossil for sure, a dinosaur with some of these ideas. And not only that, not being able to generate that, but the Iowan voter, we're not talking about a 25-year-old here with progressive views, you know, even with the GOP base. We're talking about established, older, white. You would think people that would be in his demographic just aren't anymore.
But at the same time, they're looking among these very, very populated scape who will actually have any chance to make the nomination. So I don't think they're going to spend their time with those that are polling lowest in the you know,
right,
in the opinion.
And I think also, you know, talking just briefly about the hypocrisy with Rick Santorum, my only, you know, experience with any member of Rick Santorum's campaign was in DC. I met a lobbyist who worked for the senator then, who ended up being on the DC Madam list a year and a half later. You know, that type of hypocrisy, you know, at least from my personal opinion, it's been embedded with this poor guy. He needs to, you know, just cut his losses, save face, go back to Pennsylvania, lobby like everybody else does, and just get out of this race, stop spending people's money. At least that's my opinion. Yeah. I don't know how you feel. We'd love to know what you think about Rick Santorum only being able to muster one voter to come and hear him speak. You know, the beginning of the 2016 election cycle. Please log on, post your comments below. I'd look forward to reading them. I'd love to hear what people have to say about this. While you're at it, subscribe to the Lip TV too.